Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's a little delayed. Okay, so guys, welcome to my stream. This is going to be a complete custom gaming PC build. Today on the stream. Couple of things real quick. Obviously, as you can see out my window, it is a beautiful day outside. If there is any background noise coming from my neighbors or somebody doing something, I apologize. Like I said, Saturday, beautiful day. People are going to be doing stuff. But we're going to get right into it. Quick parts list of what I'm going to be installing today. This case is the Corsair 460X. Comes with 3 frontal fans. It is a half glass case. The front is full glass and the side is glass. The opposite side is aluminum. I think it's a really cool case. I like it a lot. The only thing I have an issue with on this case is there is no ROM drive. Thank you, Sin. There is no ROM drive sleeve. So if I turn this, let me see if I could just real quick. Let me see if I can turn it a little bit. Okay. If you see in the front, obviously it is glass. Right here, you can see the fans. Well, kind of. You see the reflection, but let me turn my monitor. Okay. This is glass. There's no ROM drive. You can't put one in over here. What I'm going to be doing when I install Windows, I'll probably run a wire through the back just to and leave them out the back to install the ROM drive. So that's going to be the case. It's the Corsair 460X. For our motherboard, we're going with the Asus Mark II. I have this in my system that I'm streaming with now, and I love it. It's one of the best motherboards I've used. Yo, Liquid, what's up, dude? Like I said, this, if you this in the store is about $140. You can get the 170 edition, which is about $40 to $50 less. However, the big difference between the 270 series and the 170 series. Yeah, I always like Asus. What's up? Lights on, windows closed. Yeah, I know, but if I close the window, let me give it a shot and see how it goes. Is that any better? Let me see if I can close the other one too. Alright. I appreciate the tips, gents. Let me see if I close the other window if it makes it any better. Because then the lighting gets real dark in here. See if that makes it any better. You're gonna make me climb my goddamn bed, aren't you, to move it? I don't know if that's any better. You might, like I said, but you might not be able to see when I'm actually building because my lighting in my room is a little dim. Okay, so like I said, 270 series on the motherboard. The big difference between the 170 series is that it does not allow you to overclock. So if you have a processor that you can overclock, if you have the 170 series in any manufacturer, you cannot overclock on a 170. I actually have the model numbers in my phone. Where did I put my phone? 1 second, boys. I bet you the case is on top of my phone now. Where did I put my phone? Well, anyway, moving on. Processor. Intel i5, 7600K. This allows you to overclock. It's a standard 3.8. You have the 170 and you're overclocked? Are you sure? Because from everything I was reading, they said everything on the... Oh, maybe it's the Z170? See, that's why I need my phone. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. Let me see. From everything I was reading, it was saying everything on the 170s was not overclockable. There we go. Okay, yeah. Everything in the 170s except for the Z series. So if you have the 170 class in the Z series, you can overclock. Okay, so that's the only other one. Yeah, they're the Pro ones, so that's the better ones. But anything in the, like I said, the 170 series, which includes H110, B150, B250, Q150, then the 170s come up. H170, Q170, cannot be overclocked. So guys, like I said, pay attention to what you're buying if you want to overclock with your processors. So that's our processor and motherboard. Okay. Also, what you can do to save a couple of bucks on the, well, not really save, but you're going to get a better product, or better, pretty much better product, better features, is you can buy just the processor alone. As you see, this box is thin. If you ever bought a processor, usually they come with the processor fans. Intel makes a cheap one. Yeah, they work. They're not bad. But for an extra 15 bucks, the Hyper T2, massive heatsink, copper coils, aluminum vents. Dissipates heat extremely well, and it's only 15 bucks. Highly suggest it. I'm gonna get swatted. Yeah, okay. For the RAM, we're gonna be using Corsair Vengeance. This is DDR4 at 3000 megahertz. Putting 16 gigs in. It's two 8 gig sticks. Should be plenty for gaming and streaming. Shouldn't be an issue, anything like that. Yes, it is. Oh, did somebody donate?
Is that Gypsy, or is that a male model?
Thank you for the donation. Much appreciated. Okay, also, guys, huge into gaming now is going to be your solid-state drives, your hard drives. Massive upgrades as far as it comes to gaming or speed of the computer. Highly suggest them. They are a world of difference compared to the standard hard drives that we've used to see. This is a crucial 525 gigs. Yeah, 525 gigs. Regular price on I think was like 140 bucks. I got it for like I think 115 from the store by me. Also, like I said, if you're doing full builds, talk to the people, the salesmen that you're with. See if they can do any bundles and stuff like that, because a lot of times these guys work on commission. So, if they can get you to, buy a whole thing or like set you up with a bundle, that kind of thing, they're going to work with you on that kind of stuff. So always ask about bundles. Okay, the video card. Now, this is a very nice card. This is the EVGA 1060 GTX FTW edition. So this card, let me see what, I don't remember what I think it was $299 that I paid for it. There's a cheaper model. EVGA GTX 1060, and it's about $70 to $80 cheaper. You're gonna be like, well, what the fuck's the difference, right? What's the difference? The main difference between this one and the standard 1060 GTX is the RAM, the cache in it. This is a 6 gig video card. Where is it? Right over here. See it? 6 gigs. DDR RAM inside this. Okay? The standard one is only 4 gigs. That's a big difference. Exactly. Anything on 4 gigs or less is pretty much useless. You're at the borderline with 4 gigs. They were catching fire? Oh, Jesus. I hope that doesn't happen. This is a new lot. I would hope that wouldn't happen. The 1060s have been out for a decent amount of time. I would expect them not to be catching fire anymore. So let's hope that doesn't happen, right? Okay, and to power it all, right here, Corsair CX750M. M is modular. If anybody doesn't know what modular means, it means that all those wires that are sticking out of the back of the power supply that you didn't really have to use because you only need usually maybe about three cords with all the connections on it. Now you don't have to have them all. You plug in what you need, and that's it. Gives you plenty of space in the case, that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah. Do I see 80 bronze? I don't know. What's 80 bronze? Yeah, well, I hope not. Oh, yeah. This is the bronze. I think this is the bronze series. Yeah, bronze plus. 80 bronze plus. Yes, you do. It's on there. I told you, man, like, when I build these machines, I don't mess around. So, okay. Alright, let's begin the build. So let's get right into it. Let me get this case going. I am going to move the microphone just a second. And I'm going to move my page over here so I can see the chat a little better. Okay, alright. So, okay, real quick, guys. When you're going through the cases and stuff like that, I'm going to turn my monitor so you can see this a little better. Don't worry, when I take the glass off, you're not going to see the reflection. So, everything on this stuff, guys, you're going to make hand tight. This PC is for my girl. This is for my girlfriend. She has a gaming laptop, but it's giving her all kinds of problems. She loves to play WoW. She loves watching me play League of Legends. She wants to play. She loves watching Rust. She wants to play this stuff, but for some reason, her laptop her video card like falls out of sync. Why did I go i5? I went i5 because it was kind of on a budget, and it could be overclocked. This, like I said, this processor is a standard 3.8. It can be overclocked to 4.2, and it's a quad core, so that's plenty. Yeah, I have an i7. I think I have the 7700K. I think that's the one I have. I don't remember, but she didn't really need something like that. So yeah, I bought i7 like a while back. So okay, so this is the interior of the case. Obviously, you see the wiring sticking over here. These wires are coming for the fans that are already set up. Real quick, your power supply goes to the bottom, and how you take that off is going to be on the other side. Over here. There's all thumb screws that are on the outside. They're pretty obvious to see. Oop, and to lose in the carpet. So, take these off. Now, the way you remove these shells over here, because like I said, everything's going to be covered up, is they pop out on the other side. There's some thumb screws on the opposite end, and then they'll just slide right out of the track. So right over here, there should be a thumb screw. This one right here. And everything's always going to be hand tight, guys. You never want to go any tighter than that. That's still a good processor. The 4720. What's that, 4.2? i7s are great. The hyper-threading in them is amazing. That's the main reason why I went for the i7 when I built my system. I wanted the hyper-threading. Even though I don't do any like video editing or that much, or if I do, it's like extremely limited. But I just didn't. I just wanted the hyper-threading. Okay, so once those are out, there'll be like little slots here, and the pieces should just pop forward. You just want to make sure you get them all. Let's see here. Yep. This should just pop out. Unless I missed the screw. Probably missed the screw. Yes, I did. Yeah, the desktop. It's a 2.6. Oh, wait, is that a laptop version? 2.6. I was going to say an i7 at 2.6. That's really low. Unless it's a laptop. Yeah, this desktop is going to replace her her gaming laptop because the gaming laptop was a huge letdown for her. So. Okay. So once these shields are off, like I said, they'll pop right out. You never want to force anything on these machines, guys. That's the big thing. Don't force anything. If it's not coming out, there's a reason. So look around. Okay, so now you can see, obviously, we have the open space here. This is where your standard hard drives would go. Now, like I said, we're using the solid states. So the solid states have their own compartment on this machine, which is right here on the back. They're going to slide and clip in right over here. and you can see the module right over here. This is going to control the front lighting. When you buy this case, or the next model up, I think was the 570X or something like that, and that was the full glass. Like I said, it only comes with the 3 front fans. Obviously, you have space for more fans on the top, which my girl's going to be bringing over in a little while. The module allows you to add more fans. You can add 3 more fans to this module right here. You can get the fans separately on Amazon. I think they're about $15 to $20 a piece, or you can get a 3-pack. I think it was like $65, but it came with the extra module. So there's no real point in getting another module when you can just add it onto this. Okay, so I guess the first thing I'm going to install is going to be, throw the power supply in first. I guess since it's modular, I don't have to worry about the cords hanging around. Oh, you have the full glass one, Liquid, or Captain, I should say. And the main thing I'm looking for in cases, guys, is airflow. There's one thing that's going to kill your computer faster than anything else is heat, because you don't have enough airflow. So you always want to make sure your case, 1, has enough space, 2, has enough fans, and 3, can really move around the air. I mean, this, obviously there's static pressure fans and there's active fans, that kind of thing. I like to have active fans. I don't like static fans because you're just circulating hot air. I put the power supply in first because it's just easier to put the cover back on. Remember, it's shielded. I'm not going to worry about nothing falling. Besides, it's modular. I don't have to worry about what I'm plugging in and what I'm not. So these are the main cords you're going to be using for your motherboard. And then you can add what you need to right over here. So these cords are hardwired in. Like I said, motherboard. And then these are what you can just add as you go. So. Oh, this whole thing comes right out. Very nice. Okay. Oh, that's even better. Alright, so since I didn't even realize that until just now. So since we're not using a standard hard drive, I'm probably just going to take this out and leave it out. So. Oh, appreciate the follow, Liquid. Thank you much. Boot outside of the case. Make sure it works, then build. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough time to do all that on the stream, so. Oh, appreciate the host. For some reason, it's not following me. You want me to do it that way? I can do it that way. Alright, alright. I'll do it that way. I'll put the motherboard in. I usually go from the bottom up. That's the way I like to start. Alright, so we're going to lay this down. Let me see if I can get the webcam over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't have much free cord. There we go. I'll tilt that down. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's do it this way. Turn it sideways. There we go. Okay. So that's about as best I can get right there. Okay. Place our motherboard in, and there's pegs and everything set up in here already.
My buddy Calvin's on. Calvin, I made it.
Whoa, you telling you were going to be late?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and you'll see the screw holes and everything for them to line up. Can they even see into there? Oh yeah, I guess they can kind of see into there. You want to grab that flashlight and just like hold it up above me just so they can get a better view of what's going on in here?
Where?
The button's right there. No, not like that. Yeah. Yeah, hold it up like that. Just so it gets a little brighter in there. Okay. Or you maybe just put it down right there.
Can I lean it against?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright, let me see if let me see if I can open it.
You want to open the one?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up a little bit. That's better, okay.
Do you want that side open too?
No, this is fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
just shy me in the face.
My bad. Okay. So, let's get this lined up. There we go. Alright, that's in. And where's my hardware? Did they not give us any hardware? Oh wait, no, it was in the boxes, that's right. Oops. Okay. Okay, so there's usually about, I think it's like 8. I think it's between 6 and 8 screws that go into the motherboard to hold it down. Now these also act as grounds, so you want to make sure that you get all these screws in. And like I said, everything is only going to be hand tight. You don't wrench anything down. Don't use power tools. If something isn't threading in the hole correctly, or it's like it feels like it's grinding or something like that, don't force it. You don't want to force anything with these, obviously with the chipsets and that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm like blocking this one with my hand. I apologize. I always suggest having like micro tools or something like a small set of screwdrivers, flat and Phillips head. Mike, thanks for the follow that round. Oh shit. Oh, that one's gonna be a bitch and a half. Really?
What? It was an accident. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud.
Did I just lose a screw here? I think I did. That's not good. Hold on, I gotta back this out because somehow the motherboard just ate a screw. There we go. Can you grab that? See the screw right there on the case? Right there? Right in the middle. The screw, yes.
Oh, this one?
Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Put this back together. Oh, also guys, when if you're building your own machines, do not use screwdrivers that are magnetic. That's like a big no-no. At least in my opinion. You definitely don't want to put a magnet to your new chipsets. Probably wouldn't work out. And like I said, don't use power tools. Just hand tight. You don't have to go nuts. It's a really god-awful way they put that screw setup in there. And it's upside down. Son of a bitch. This is why I say the micro tools are the best. Obviously, you're working in a small spot. There we go. Got it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think that was it, right? The 6. That one doesn't have a screw. This one doesn't have a peg. Okay. Alright, so we're all good. Alright, so motherboard is in. Just see if I can give you like an overhead view of it. Right there. Sorry if I'm shaky. Okay, so that's the motherboard installed. Okay. A magnetic USB stick. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, guys, don't keep magnets on your cases and stuff like that. I know like people like to want to dress them up and that kind of stuff. Magnets are bad. Don't put magnets on your PC. I would love to see if I can get this. Actually, you know what? Hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera again. I apologize. Can you rotate this? Yep, like that. There you go. Good. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if I can get this over here now. There we go. That looks better. Okay, cool. Okay, so obviously your processor is going to go over here. So we're going to put that in next. Basically, you push this little lever down, slide it out, push it back, and it'll lift up the lockdown cover. Remove the plastic shield. Keep it open. And where to put the processor? Yeah, isn't it 6'9" at the end?
Is it?
Yeah, guys, like I said, my girl's gonna be. She wants to live stream. She does a lot of crafts and like that kind of stuff. She does play some games as well, but she's pretty much got her own like candle and soap making thing, which she wants to live stream. She makes all organic candles, organic soaps, that kind of stuff, which you can order from her if you like. Okay, so like I said, this is our chipset right here. That's gonna go in. Now, obviously you can see there's markings on it, and it's gonna go in a certain way. Don't force it. Lay it in. Make sure it lines up correctly before you try to lock it down. Because if there's one thing you can really fuck up on a computer, it's the pins coming out of your motherboard. Okay, usually there's like, I'll see if I can get close with the camera. It should auto zoom. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know if you can see these indented tabs right here. Oh, that's her right there. 50 Shades of Crazy, that's her. So anyway, you see these indented tabs right at the edge right here? You're going to see a little indent or little tabs on the motherboard. That's where those are going to fit into. And never touch them. Try not to touch the pins, obviously, and try not to touch the bottom of the processor. Just let it lay in there like that. Make sure it's lined up. That's good. Okay, and you're going to lock it back down. And like I said, I'm no expert. I'm not a genius at this. I'm not like some huge tech guy. This is like the fourth or fifth rig that I've built. I'm just giving you the knowledge I have. I'm building the way I've always built. If I'm doing something wrong or something should be done a different way, please feel free. Let me know in comments. Let me know in the chat right now. I'll definitely like change it up, that kind of thing. Okay, so now the CPU is in. Now we're going to install the RAM, which is where stuff is running away from me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I know. I mean, I checked out the motherboard before I actually installed. I did pretty much open up everything and make sure everything looked good. But you never know, man. All it takes is just like a micrometer of being off and not touching a piece on the processor, and it's gonna fuck you up. So, there's no real way to really tell until you turn the machine on. Okay. Now the big thing with RAM is that you install it in the conjoining colored sections, okay? If you only have 2 gigs of RAM, or excuse me, not 2 gigs, 2 sticks of RAM, they have to go in the same color that's on the motherboard. They have to coincide with each other, otherwise the machine will not recognize them. That means we have 2 sticks of DDR4 at 8 gigs apiece, which means these 2 sticks need to either both go in the tan color or they both need to go in the black. You can't mix and match. You can't have one 8 gig stick in the tan and one 4 gig stick in the tan. They both have to be the same, otherwise your machine won't read it correctly. It will not recognize it. That's if it'll even read properly. I don't even think it will. But you don't have to have all the same in there. I think the only thing they have to be the same would be the megahertz that they read at. Like you could have an 8 gig in each of the tan at 3000 megahertz and then a 4 gig in the black at 3000 megahertz. I don't think you can mix and match the megahertz reading speed though. And again, these go in a certain way as well. You'll see the difference. One side is longer than the other. You can see it here. Obviously, this side is longer than this side, so you're just going to match that up. Make sure your locks are open. Just push the tabs open. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn the camera a little bit. See these tabs right over here? They'll clip shut like that. Obviously, when you go to put it in, make sure they're open. Dual or triple channel, if you don't want that benefit. Can you place them next to each other? Right, it'll down. Yeah, obviously you don't want to downplay your speed if you have something that's higher. Okay. Okay. And these just press in. They should click. That's in. And that's in. Okay. There we go. Magic on a unicycle. Yeah, it'll definitely be unstable. You don't want that. I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, definitely your machine will be unstable like a fat chick on a unicycle. No. Also, if you guys are going to be doing some hardcore gaming, if you're using static pressure fans as well, I highly suggest getting RAM cooling fans. It's decently cheap. I only think it's maybe $20-30. It's a fan that just mounts right over your RAM and keeps it much cooler. Those are case fans. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's installed right there. Give it a tug, make sure it doesn't come out, doesn't pop loose. It should be good. Okay. I feel like there should be another screw over here, but there isn't. Alright. No. Okay, so the RAM is installed. I mean, it was cheap enough. It was only $20 for the cooler. But like I said, if you're using static pressure, I usually, like I said, we put the fans in. Okay, so now that's installed. I guess we'll install the video card next. Let me clean this up a little bit just so I have a little more work area. Well, actually, you know what? I'll put the CPU fan in before I install that. So this is going to be the CPU fan. I think they had a specific way they wanted this. I want to keep this heatsink away from the video card. So, I think I'll install it like this. Yeah, CPU fans over here. Okay. Oh yeah, the paste. Yes, the paste. Let me grab that first. Hey Mike, the paste doesn't go bad, right? I had paste from when I built my own PC, which was like last summer. That shit doesn't go bad, right? $150 socket. Sounds good. Yeah, I kind of figured that was still good. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to put a little bit of the CPU cooler paste, which is this stuff right here. Just going to put it right on top of the processor. That should be good like that, right? You guys think I need any more than that? That should be fine, right? Well, actually, I think there's grooves in the cooler. Oh no, it's flat. Okay. All right, and now around the CPU, I don't know if where's that flashlight? Let me see if I can just point it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the light in and see how bright that is. Ooh, that is pretty bright. Okay, I'm gonna keep it over here in the corner just so I can catch the edge. These right here is this one slot here, over here. There's 4 empty holes. They don't have any threading in them. Obviously, you can't see it where the flashlight is at. Well, now you can. That's where your pegs are gonna go for your fan, and they just press in and then they twist to lock. So just make sure you have them in the unlocked position first, obviously. Okay. That should be good like that. Now, like I said, they press down and they twist in. And you want to do them like a crisscross. So if you start at the bottom left or wherever it is, press it down, lock it in, and then you're going to go to the one diagonally across. So if I'm starting on this side over here, I'm going to go across to over here. I'm going to push this one down and lock it in as well. Make sure I'm at the right side here. And like I said before, don't force it. If it's not locking in or if it's not going in, try to wiggle it, move it around a little bit. I'm sorry if my arm is blocking it, but there we go. See, now that went right in after I wiggled it a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta coax the girl, you know what I mean? She'll let you right in there. CHP, thank you for the follow, bro. Much appreciated. And I'll make that click sound once it's in. And like I said, you just rotate the pin so it locks. Wait, did that side pop out? It sounded like it popped out. Yes, it did. Okay. Hold on, let's see what we did here. Okay, so since that side popped out, I gotta release this side. Actually, you know what? I can just leave this one then. Make sure this side's tight. I'll just see if I can press this one back in. There we go. That's much better. Okay, that's nice and tight. Not as tight as I would like. Thank you for the follow, Crasher. Which game? Putting 2 graphics cards. What kind of graphics card are you running? Because sometimes SLIing card, depending on what kind of card it is, won't help. It really depends on what kind. M2. I would assume so. I didn't read up on it, Mike, about the, you're talking about pretty much like rating a, yeah, I know it's Nvidia, Witch King, but like what's the model number of your graphics card? It really depends on what kind of card you're running. If it's a much older card, SLIing them is not going to give you a better output than it would be just to replace the card itself. And is it in a laptop? M2 MVE. You lost me, guys. Like I said, I'm no expert here. I'm just passing on the knowledge that I have. A lot of games don't support it. You know what's funny is that a lot of games still don't even support the 4K res. You can stutter? Yeah, you don't want to stutter. Does not want to lock in. That's better. Okay, now it's not moving. I didn't want to lock. Oh, you bought a 1080 Ti. Nice. What'd that run you, THP? If you don't mind me asking. You have a 900 desktop, and what game are you playing that's giving you an issue? Because I've got a 980 Ti, and I don't have any problems. Like I'm running 3 monitors right now. I've got 2 23-inch Samsung 4K reses, and then I've got my 50-inch Samsung TV actually hooked up to it as well. And I don't have any problems with my 980 Ti. And that's also when I'm streaming, running the 3 monitors. Yeah, I kind of figured. It lags? Really? Are you running it at 4K? Yeah, I kind of figured it's around $800 you were going to spend for that card plus the EK. That's still not a bad price though. Totally worth. Okay. So this is set up here. Also, guys, real quick, my friend ordered his Gigabyte 1080 last night. He bought that plate. Wow, and that's. Is that OMG? Is that pounds? Is that British pounds? I'm assuming you're from England? UK? Roller from across the pond? Oh, you're running the hexacore? Very nice. Yeah, I bet. UK pound, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So that's quite a bit, OMG. Because I mean, if THP paid $7.49 in American dollars, the $8.49 you guys paid, that's a lot more than what we would have paid. That's like almost 1,000, I think, US dollars, isn't it? Not my Brexit. All right. Okay, real quick, guys. What I'm doing is I'm hooking up the CPU fan. The wire that comes from the fan obviously needs to be powered to keep the CPU clean. On your board, there's going to be 4 pins above it. Usually there's 2 of them together for fans. I believe the first one, the very top one is usually CP fan, and then the next one is the CPU OPT port. It's 1100. Yeah, that's a lot, man. I don't know. Your friend might. Yo, Ripper, what's good, bro? Long time no see. How you been, dude? Just doing a build right now for my girl, building her a PC. All right. I want to take these tags off. I don't like having anything with glue near anything that gets hot. That stays over there.
Yep.
Okay. Some Borderlands? Dude, it's been a while since I played, man. Yeah, it's true, man. You guys get... I mean, everything over there's got to be imported, right? There's nothing, like, locally... Do you have, like, something that's locally made? Like a brand that would be locally made? Or everything's just imported from China, like us? What I like to do, guys, also when I'm doing a build, is that I will try to keep everything organized just using bag ties for now. And then I'll go back and I'll zip tie everything together. I like keeping this area as open as possible, simply for airflow. The more airflow you have, the cooler your machine's going to run, the better it's going to run. So Witcher, what you were saying before, would you have a 900 or the 980? Hang on, let me just scroll back up in the chat. I'm sorry, we kind of got off tracked. You have a GTX 900 desktop. No, just want better graphics. Wondering if another car will make my graphics look better with overclock more. It's all going to depend on what your GPU can do. Some graphics cards don't allow overclocking. I don't know about the 900. Honestly, though, dude, you might be better off just getting a better card. If it's giving you issues like that, I would probably just upgrade to a new card. What's your budget? What are you looking to spend? Like if you wanted to upgrade a card. Obviously, since you're looking about SLIing a second 900, you have a budget to spend. So, what are you looking to spend on it? Oh, free post to the UK. That's not too bad. What's the difference? All made in Taiwan. True story. Oh, yo, Chad, what's good, bro? I know that name, Lord Green. $200 is... It's a mini tower? Oh, you got a mini case. Oh, man. If you spent maybe $240... No, I wouldn't even suggest that then. I was going to say you could get the... Like I said, we have the 1060... the GTX 1060. Oh, Chad. Mykolov, whatever it is. That's Conklin. But like I said, we're installing the GTX 1060 FTW edition, which has the 2 extra gigabyte cache on the card. If you guys don't know, real quick, so I'll just give you a rundown of how RAM works and how your graphics processor RAM would work. Picture the case here, this open case right here, like this space, this open space here. Picture this as like a big pot, and you fill up the pot with your information. Your graphics processor will pull that information at a certain speed. Now what happens is with the cache is if the pot isn't big enough, it runs out because you're pulling too much you're pulling the information faster than it can fill up the pot. So the more cache you have, or the more megabytes of cache you have on a card or in your desktop RAM, the more information you're able to be stored for a faster pull. For that information to be pulled out and displayed faster. So obviously the bigger the pot is, the more information can be stored. Yeah, it's the video memory, right? Isn't that what it is? Well, it's RAM. It's pretty much the same thing as DDR4, right? DDR4, DDR5, it's the same concept, right? It's just fast pulling information. Yeah, you got it. You want more cash for the ladies. Gold diggers, all of them. Just kidding, just kidding. Alright, so let's install the video card now. Actually, you know what? I'm wondering if I should put the... Yeah, no, we'll put the video card in now. Alright. So, yeah, it's the same concept. So, like I said, the more cache you have, which is the more memory is stored. So the more information you can store, the easier it is to pull quickly by your processors. So you want to be able to have more memory stored, obviously. Or more capacity to store, I should say. Because like I said, if you get the... I'm just going to go Windows Home. Windows 7 Home. I'm not going any higher than Windows 7 because it's not a touch screen. We don't need the apps. We don't need all that other bullshit. That's the problem with the new from Windows 8 and up,
That's
I feel.
what I have on my laptop.
Yeah, but your laptop's a touch screen though, so that's why you have it. It's just cluttered with bullshit, which is...
I don't need any of the things that are on
No.
that anyway. On
No,
my
you
laptop. I don't use it.
So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, here's our video card.
Hi.
And that's
I'm in
Lisa.
the background.
That's the one that... This is who this is for. So, here we go right here. This is the EVGA
Gotta get my coffee.
GeForce 1060. Dual fan. Keep that card cool, boys. So, yeah, I'm just sticking with Windows 7 Home. It's a stable operating system. Does what it's got to do. Everything's still supported for it. I feel like it's one of the better versions. So... plastic off of it. You have fingernails?
Mm-hmm.
Can you peel this?
What part?
Peel that off. See the plastic? Don't touch that.
That part? Can I hold it?
I'll hold it. You pull it off. Actually, hold on. Can I get it from this corner? That's exactly what I didn't want it to do.
Wait, right here?
Yeah. Oh, you got it? Yeah. See if you can peel that. Alright, that's good, thank you.
It's
Okay.
hot in there. Can I open the window?
They are open, the fan's on as well. Actually, you want to move that? So I can... Okay. And guys, this hooks up into your PCI slots, which are these over here. Usually the large ones are for your video card. The bottom one will be, I believe, for your sound cards. And the multiple ports is so you can run multiple video cards. Obviously, when you look down in here, let me tilt the camera back down. shit. Hold on 1 second.
I don't want to like.
Okay, let me just angle the camera a little better. There we go. Okay, so these are your video card slots right here. Here, here, and here. These are for your sound cards if you wanted to put those in as well. I'm not really going to worry about a sound card at the moment. But multiple card slots are for running, obviously, multiple cards in SLI. We're not doing that. We're just running a single card. And like I said, you're just going to line it up. Oh, I forgot to take out the metal slats. Okay, so usually with these cards, since they're pretty sizable, you usually have to take out like maybe 2, possibly 3 of these slats right over here. They just unscrew on the top. Some of them are have like a metal tab connecting them, and you will have to break the metal tab off. That's not a big deal. They just bend. It's easily done by hand. These just slide into like a little port right here, a little tab. They got a little tab. They just lock in. So you just take the screw out on the top, and they should slide right out. Your computer's made of snot. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if she exactly has the space for a sound bar and all that good stuff. Ooh, will I have to cut that? Oh no, that'll sit right in between. Alright, so I'm taking 3 of these out just in case. I shouldn't need three spots open, but... Okay. Oh, good. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, and that's in. That should just lock right in. The same way your RAM kind of locks in, the video card will do the same thing. Give it a little bit of a tug, but don't pull on the chip itself. Just like, you know, just try to push up on it, see if it's loose. No, that's good. Okay, now also, right in the corner, you're going to see a little metal tab that comes off the video card and lines up with the hole from where you just removed the slots. So make sure you wrench, you know, obviously put a screw into those to lock them down so that so the video card doesn't wobble or come loose, because they are big and they are heavy, so you want to make sure they're not moving. So like I said, just takes the same screw that you removed the slot from. And that'll just install just like that. Clunk click, yep, you got it. Clunk click, pretty much. Okay, so that's installed. I think we're good on that now.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Well, I mean, the parts are in. I mean, aside from the power supply. So.
Oh, the fans too, you gotta do.
Yeah, the fans I'll put in last, though. I can put those in last. Alright, what do you think, guys? Should I hook up the all the stuff on the motherboard still, like the fans and the lights and all that good stuff, or should I just put the power supply in right now? Let me yeah, probably just let me move the camera real quick. I'm gonna put it back to where it was originally. Yeah, I had 2 MSI chips that burned out on me. Me personally, I'll never buy MSI again. I had a PNY on the build that I had previously to the computer that I'm using now, which was good. Lasted plenty long, didn't burn out, nothing like that. I actually still have it. Get these little wires out of the way. I can do that. Alright, I'm going to stand this up so you guys can take a look at what it looks like standing up. Okay.
I can't wait to see it on with all of its colors.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the setup we have right here so far. Okay. Let me move this out a little further. Alright. So, I guess we'll hook these up right now. This is going to be, obviously, for your power button, your USBs on the case, the fans, all that good stuff. Okay. And everything is labeled, guys. It's really not that difficult. That's what I'm saying. Like, people always worry about, oh, there's so many wires and this, that, and the other. 8275. Oh, those are all your previous cards? Yeah, man, I like EVGA a lot. I think their product is really good. When I bought the original video card that I have in my machine now, I originally bought a 980. Just a basic 980. And about, I registered, obviously, something like that. And about 2 weeks later, they emailed me. And they're like, listen, we're doing the step-up program. Like, we don't want you to get screwed out of, buying a card and then we're releasing something like a couple of weeks later. You could just do the trade-in program. Use the card as much as you want, and then we'll do a kind of like a buyback thing. They gave me a credit towards the 980 Ti, so I ended up only spending like another, I think it was $40 or $50 more, and I ended up getting the 980 Ti when it first came out. So okay, all right, guys. Like I said, a lot of these new cases, they're gonna have controls up on the top over here or in the front, which is gonna be audio microphone ports, your sound, like a sound port, that kind of thing, your 3.5 millimeter ports. And it usually has USB ports up in the front as well. So obviously those need to get powered. They need to get hooked up to the motherboard. Obviously that's going to be these wires here. So as you can see, this one here is labeled HD audio. So that is going to be for your sound ports on the top, your headphones and your microphone if you wanted to use those front ones. Basically, it's just the same thing. You're going to find the slot on your motherboard that says HD audio, and you're just going to plug it in. You're going to line up the pins. See the pins? One of them is a blank square. It won't actually have a pin, and you're just going to find that pattern. Which should be, let me see here. That one right there. Should be open on the bottom here. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. It's too dark. The writing's like black on black. I can't read it. It was under 4. Oh wow, no kidding. It's pretty cheap. Oh, there it is. Okay. You're just going to line them up. They'll pop right in. They just slide right on. That's it. Now that's hooked up. Now you've hooked up your front ports. That's it. Now these right here, these are obviously are going to be for your USBs. How do I know that? Because I don't know if you can see it. Like I said, it's black on black, but it's got the USB icon right on it. And it says... that's all it says. Usually it says USB on it, but okay. Yeah, it's got the USB icon on it. So what you're going to do is, on your motherboard, you're going to find the slot that says USB 3 or 2, depending on your motherboard, whatever it is. You almost got all your money back on that card. That's awesome. Dude, they really don't lose their value all that much. They're good cards. Especially EVGA. I like EVGA and PNY. Okay, so like I said, this is for your USB 3.0s, which are up here on the front. So you're just going to find where it says USB, and you're going to plug it right in. There's a little tab on one side that's going to lock into the tab on the motherboard. Line it up. Hold on. And just push it in. That's it. It'll make a little clip, and that's good. That's it. Now, the only difficult part on a build that, quote-unquote difficult, okay, is, oh shit, what's all these wires? Oh my god, they're so small. What do I do with them? What if they break? Okay, these are all your power cords, your reset button, for your power supply, the little LED lights on the top, that kind of stuff. And it's all labeled, guys. It's all in your user's manual. It's not hard to do. Appreciate it, TPH. That's exactly what I'm doing. The THP, excuse me. That's all this stream is for. It's just information. Because you want to know why? I'll show you what I spent on these parts. Babe, can I have those receipts right there underneath the can? Yeah. Okay. Now with.
Did you put your rebate money back?
No, I didn't do it yet. So with taxes and everything else on it, I spent just over $1,200 on these parts. Okay. All right, $1,200 right there. $1,236.10. Okay. Now, if you go through, Tyler, what's up, dude? If you go through, say Dell, any of the other computer companies, yeah, 2018 Pro Streamer next beat chills my ass. But anyway, if you go to Google, not Google, but like any of these PC manufacturers, and you try to get something with these parts that are close, you're gonna be spending, what I looked up, you're gonna be spending at least $1,800. That's $600 more. 32, yeah, but that's a beast machine, dude. I'm sure you put it together yourself, so imagine what you did with your parts if you wanted to buy those parts in a pre-built. You're going to be looking at probably $4,500. Guys, I'm telling you, buying pre-built is not worth it. It's not worth it. Number one, you don't know where the parts are coming from. And let me tell you something. Nvidia is not a part maker. They make the software, they make the design of the chip. The maker of this card is EVGA. They make an Nvidia chip. That's what the difference is. Everyone thinks, oh no, I have an Nvidia chip. No. You have Nvidia software and Nvidia design. So, like I said, the maker is EVGA. That's your manufacturer. Your designer and your software for this chip is Nvidia. They're not the manufacturer, and that's what the difference is. A lot of these part makers, you'll see, okay, an EVGA chip, the GTX 1060 FTW, which is the 6 megabyte. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, like I said, it's outside, it's a nice day out, you're going to hear some background noise. If you were to take this chip, exact specs, and go to, say, MSI, it is a little cheaper. I think it was like $20 cheaper. However, me personally, I've had 2 MSI chips burn out on me. I'm never buying MSI again. I'm sure you can find it cheaper from somewhere else, like maybe Gigabyte makes one, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm sure there's other manufacturers out there that make it. She's made in Italy. And I bet you she won't break down neither, right? She's tough as nails. And Grandma plays the accordion. Alright, so give me 1 minute, boys. I have to just look up the layout. And like I said, all these little chips, these little wires, it's not difficult. Everything is laid out for you. So all these little wires, they're all going to go into this bottom right-hand corner. You just need to look up which pins are what. You were made in a Chevy pickup? Yo, man, Chevys kick ass, dude. America. Fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Ford.
Oh, I thought it was Chevy.
I don't think it's Chevy. I think that's Ford. McDonald's bathroom. You know, I'd expect nothing different from you, Ripper. You were made in a McDonald's bathroom. Doesn't surprise me. Hold on, let me go to the table of contents here. Okay, yeah, this board does support M2. I know you guys were asking me about that before. It does. You can install it. Okay, 21.15. Okay. Oh shit, did I pass it? Oh, I didn't set that one up. I don't know who did it, but I appreciate the host, whoever's hosting me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't see it. It's not popping up. Goddamn Streamlabs is fucking up on me, but I much appreciated. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, like I said, guys, when you're looking at this front panel where you need to plug it in, it's here. It's just find it on the page. It's going to give you a breakdown of everything you need. It's all laid out for you. Oh, my brother's hosting me. Pepe Sylvia, much appreciated. Yeah, if you guys enjoy PC games, Left 4 Dead, 7 Days to Die, that kind of stuff. Get into details of the physics. Alright, so let's see. Let me hook this up real quick. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. I remember when I first saw all the little wires and like nothing was labeled. I was like, oh my god. I was like, did I fuck up? Where do these go? What do I do? Just read the buttons. Read the book, guys. Real easy. Just read your book. Okay. That's for the reset. Everything's laid out. Nothing is difficult. I'm telling you, nothing's difficult. Oh, dude, don't even get me started on fucking League. I got so mad. I actually still have to, Yes, I know, Dave, thanks. And you reported me, you son of a bitch.
Who reported you?
My brother, he's fucking around. Yeah, dude, I finished my... Okay, so I play League of Legends, guys. If I have a YouTube channel, if you guys want to see some League videos of mine. It's the same as my username here. It's GypsyDanger454. So, dude, my placements are up there. I just haven't posted my 10th game for my placements. I went 8-2 in my placements. 8-2. With 3 S's or better. I think it was either 3 or 4 S's or better in the game. Yeah, I placed bronze 2. What? Excuse me? What? Yeah, so ever since then I got really frustrated. I got pretty tilted, I'm not gonna lie. So I kind of took like a league break, and I've been playing a shit ton of Rust. I love that game's a lot of fun. Most of my Rust crew is in here. Silver 5? What were you last year? Oh, you played nothing but support. So you got carried your whole way is what you're saying. So there's no skill involved, you just got carried. I got it, I got you, okay. Cool. See how it is, bro. Okay. Can you open this? Just give me one of the bag ties. And what I like to do, guys, like I said, as I go along with the wires, obviously what you can see what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep them clean and tidy. I don't like a mess in the case. Like I said, I like to keep it clean. I want as much airflow around the circuit boards and stuff like that as possible. Thank you. Somebody messaged me in Steam. Who's that?
I don't know. I'm just looking at comments.
Yep.
Overwatch placements.
7 kills in game with Braum. Beast mode. Yeah, dude, it's fucking cancer, man. The way they do these placements. I don't get it. I don't know. It gets to the point where I just can't even question it anymore. Lisa, can you come here? See the tip to the zip tie there?
What?
See the zip tie right here? Right there? Grab the zip tie.
This?
At the top. No. Right where my thumb
Where
is.
your hands are? No.
Where my thumb is, right here. Grab the zip tie. See it?
Up there?
Yeah, that, yep.
Okay.
Just pull it through the hole.
Where, here?
Yep. There you go. Okay, good. Thank you. Let go. Yeah, thank you. Trying to keep your case nice and tidy. Okay. Oh God! All right, I got your namer. I'll check it. I'll take a look at it in a little bit. I heard them come through, but I'll check them in a little while once I'm done with the stream. I don't even know if Liquid's still in the stream. I know he was before. Okay, so that's all hooked up. Let me see here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna zip tie the CPU fan coil. Because that one I know I'm not gonna mess with anymore. Can you open my door? Just so there's some more air in there. I would have the AC on, but it's not working. It's so fucking annoying.
That's why I had to open the sheet.
Yep. Oh, also, guys, real quick. Obviously, you see me zip tying wires down. When you zip tie them down, try not to wrench them completely tight. The main reason is if for any reason you have to disconnect something, you have to move a wire, you need to add a wire to something like that. If you have it zipped as tight as it can go to hold it in place, how are you going to cut it loose? You have to be careful not to cut the wire. If you end up, you know what I'm saying? So just zip tie it. See, this is held together. It's still loose enough where I can move the wires. I can pull them tighter if I have to. But for any reason, if I want to move this, if I want to add a wire to it that has to go over here or something like that, I can clip that bag tie open. Excuse me, that zip tie open. So like I said, don't wrench them down. Yep. And don't wrench down on on the cord. Exactly. Yep. Don't wrench down on the cords, guys. In case for any reason you need to move it or clip it, you don't want to have to worry about clipping the wire. Especially if you're using like a knife or something like that. God forbid. And yeah, don't use knives, guys. Grab yourself like a small pair of snips, some precision scissors or something like that in case you have to, because you just don't want to take the chance of cutting something you're not supposed to. Because then you can get really fucked over. Okay, so that's all hooked up. We'll hook up the solid state next. Oh, did you really? Damn. That must have sucked. Am I not opening this right? I'm not opening this right. Oops. Honestly, guys, what I like to use is to cut some stuff sometimes is a scalpel. Sharp as fuck. And it doesn't take much muscling to cut something open. Now I can't even get it open. I need another one. That one's still full of pumpkin guts. I can't get the box open. Oh, it flips open. No wonder why I can't peel it. Oops. There we go. Nah, no optical drive. I'm just using the solid state. Oh, and they gave us this too, huh? It's like a frame because they used to not be able to fit into the hard drive slots. So it's like a frame that kind of sticks to them. But it should be fine. Okay, that's there. Jesus, Kevlar reinforced? How much did those cables cost you? I can't even imagine what those cost you. No, leave that on. Okay, so... $45 for a 3-foot cable, Jesus. What do you do with your machine, man? Holy shit. Everything, right? Anything and everything you want, that's what you do with it. Oh, good, they did give me 2 straight. Okay, usually when you buy a motherboard, they're going to give you 2 cables. These are your SATA cables, I believe they're called. Basically, they connect your hard drive or your ROM drives, that kind of stuff, to your motherboard. They can come in 2 different ways. Both flat, as you can see. Or you can get flat and angled. See how this one over here is angled? So it all depends on what you're going to use. Normally this would be to your ROM drive, which is up here. So you can just clip it in like that and it'll sit straight down to where the cables have to go. Porn, yeah. More porn than anything else, right? But since the way ours is going to fit, we're going to use the 2 flat ones. And we'll wire the ROM drive to go on the outside for now. Like I said, because there is no ROM port in this. And basically, guys, like I said, it's all plug and play. So if you look at the back here, there's 2 slots. Let me see if I can get a little closer. 2 slots. The small one is going to be for your SATA cable, which goes to your motherboard. The large one is going to be from the power supply. Pretty easy to line up. It's just an L shape. Find the L shape. Just clip it in. That's it. Now it's hooked up. This is going to slide right in the back. Should clip in. Yep, perfect. Clip right in. Oh, I wish my case had that. And since this is, I mean, it doesn't really matter which port you plug it in, as far as I know, right? Mike, it doesn't matter which one this gets plugged into, right? Nothing's got a faster connection than the other. They're all the same. Obviously, you know, they're going to boot priority, but that's about it, right? And that's it. Clicks right on the motherboard. It's going to be along the side over here, guys. You're going to see a whole bunch of the SATA slots. And like I said, you can plug them into any one. They just clip in. They're just a pressure clip right here on the top. It's just like a little silver tab. If you need to pull it out or anything like that, you just push on the metal tab and it will release. Okay, so that's in. That's hooked up. Do I want to put the power supply in yet, or should I do the Maybe I'll put the fans in right now. Might as well. Okay. And like I said, guys, this case was the 460X Corsair. It comes with the 3 front fans. I like adding extra fans. I like filling my machine with fans. So these are, I guess they only come in SP if you buy them single. At least in the RGB ones. So we're gonna put them in on the top up here. And we'll wire those into the module that's on the opposite side. Oh no, I ripped the box. Oh, good. They come with the screws as well. Perfect. Okay. Now these aren't going to have like airflow labeled on them. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. I didn't think that was going to have that since they were SPs. All right. Okay, guys. Let me go over a quick thing with airflow. So, we all know. Well, usually you know. Heat travels up. Okay. So, on the bottom and on the front of your case, if you have some cases have a spot on the bottom where you can put a fan in. So what you want to do is you want your airflow to be pulling from the bottom and from the front and exhaust out the back and out the top. Because why? Heat rises. So you're not going to try to pull that heat back down. As it's rising, you're going to pull it out or out the back. Okay? So like I said, front in, bottom in, back out, top out. That way your flow is going to be like this and out. It's going to come up from the bottom and from the front, and it's going to go out the back and out the top. So let's just find out again where this airflow was. Okay. So I'm going to install one for now over here, and I'm going to put another one in the back. And like I said, these are the RGB editions. When you buy the case, the 460X, it comes with 3 built in already. The module that comes with it has enough for 6 fans. So the 3 that are installed, and you can add 3 more. Alright, Ripper, yeah, I should still be here. Like I said, I'm going through everything in detail. Normally a build for me shouldn't take more than maybe 45 minutes, but like I said, I'm going through everything in detail. So I want people to know like what it's like to build your own. It's so much easier. Lisa, do me a favor. I'm going to feed you these wires through the top over here. They're going to come out right over here. Just grab them. You also don't want to buy too many fans than your motherboard can handle. Obviously, you don't want to buy 6 fans and your motherboard only supports 4. So, just make sure you read how many fans your motherboard can support. So, hey man, show your first person to it. Can I just keep holding on my phone? And it won't load. Okay, 2092. Change the gear, your setting. Try changing it to mobile. Sometimes that happens with mine. It'll only work if the video setting is to mobile. It should have the option there. Can you grab that? Can you see it? I know you can probably hear the audio sometimes, or is it, or you can just see the chat. Also, too, if you want to watch this post and it's still not working for you on mobile, I will be posting it to my YouTube channel later on today. Pretty much probably as soon as I'm done. Good. Pull it through. That's good like that. Okay. I'm gonna have to come around the back. Give me 1 second. Alright. I got a bag stuck on my foot. Okay. Can you still just hold these wires?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, this part I would say would be the only thing you could use a power drill on if you wanted to, because these plastic fan slots don't have threading in them. The screws they give you are going to dig into the plastic, so that might be a little difficult to do by hand. Just building the fans, dude. You got thermal paste all over yourself? With the fans?
You still need me to hold these?
No, you can let them go. Thank you. Can you go down to my basement and get my drill?
Where is it?
It's in the basement on in the workshop side. It should be sitting on the bench. Yeah, you don't want to. Like I said, I'm putting one fan in the back, and I'm going to put one fan across the top. Excuse me, above the CPU and that kind of stuff to pull the heat out. Guess who's back? Sin's back. Oh boy. Sin, who let you out of the cage today? I have to have a word with your parents. And like I said, I really don't like using power tools on a computer. But however, like I said, with the fans, you have to dig into the plastic with these screws that you give you. So that with that, something like that, you could use a power drill. Just be careful with it. Like I said, you don't want to over tighten anything. All right, those are just started. I don't know if you can see. Let me turn it around the back so you can see. Flip the back around. Okay. So you can see right here is where these screws are holding. Now these are slots, so you can adjust the height of where you want it, that kind of thing. It'll just move up and down like that. So I'm probably going to mount this. I don't know where I'll mount it. I guess I'll just leave it right here, close to the top. Yep, that's the one. And like I said, see what I'm doing, guys? Even when I'm using the drill, you just lightly on the trigger. You don't want to over tighten anything. Nice and easy. It's only plastic. You're not drilling metal into metal here. Okay, and that's it. Now if I wanted to move it, all I would have to do is loosen up the screws and slide it up and down the track. And that's that. Okay, so that's the back one that's in. Now we'll install the top. Actually, let me show you where it's going to go on the module. So like I said before, this case comes with 3 in the front. This is the control module right over here. This is the actual light pack module where you're going to plug everything into. So this, I believe, is the CPU. Yeah, okay. So this is going to plug in to wherever you want it. There's a clip, little thumb clip, right like that. And it just clips in. So this is going to be the number 4 fan. That's it. Clicks right in. Done. Like I said, that module comes with a space for extra 3. Don't buy too many fans to the point where you don't have space on the motherboard. And I'm going to run this around and probably go to the other fan slot that's on the front over here. Now I'll just rotate it back around so you can see what I did. Okay, so what I did was basically on your motherboard you're going to have certain areas where there's just a couple of pins sticking out. Like you can see up here, there's pins here. This is for the CPU fan. It's labeled CPU fan. There's a spot over here with 4 pins, but usually there's only 3 that you need. Just make sure you line it up. You're going to get the 3 pins right there. That's a fan, and there should be some more on the bottom as well. I'll find them afterwards. This should be right there. Oh, here's another one right over here. Fans right there. So now the top fan I'm going to wire in right here. And I'm going to coil it up and I'm going to run it right to that port right there. The little tan spot. I don't know if you can see it. Oops. Oh, my hand. Tilt it back. There you go. This one right here. That little tan port right there is a fan slot. Where's the other fan? Here we go. Does anybody have any questions that's just joining, wants to know specs, that kind of thing? Go out and eat. Alright, dude. I'll be on Rust later on today, probably, dude. So, I'll catch you guys later. Neymar, do me a favor. Take it out on Steam, dude. Not in my channel, please. Yeah, it's looking good so far, right, Bob? I think it looks good. Later, son. So like I said, this one, like I said, when you look at the fans, guys, on the edges, on the sides, there should be, here we go. Like I said, it's black on black, so it's kind of difficult to see. But it has arrows on the edges of the fan to tell you which way the airflow is going to go. So now obviously this is going to the top, so I want the airflow, obviously it's pointing down, I want it to be pulling. So I'm going to flip it, because I want it to be blowing the hot air out the top. So it's going to go like this up in here. It's the same thing, can you just pull the wires through on the other side? I'll feed them through to you.
You want to go on that side?
No, I'm just gonna put them through on the opposite side of the motherboard. Just pull them. Okay. Okay, pull. Good. Okay, hold on. Just make no, hang on. I just want to make sure. Yep, I got it the right one. Okay, that's good like that. Okay, I'm like, why isn't this fan? Okay. Okay, so I just realized these fan slots on the top can accommodate 140 millimeters as well. We're putting 120s in right now, so that's going to be all the same size going throughout this case. Where'd you put that box?
Here?
Yeah.
I didn't think you needed that.
No, I just need the screws out of it. That's all. Okay. You don't have to hold the wires anymore.
Okay.
Thanks. If anybody is joining the stream late, it's going to be posted on my Twitch channel, obviously, and it's also going to be on my YouTube. Oh, my YouTube is the same as my Twitch handle. It's GypsyDanger454. There's also a bunch of League videos up there as well. Some Battlefield 1, Borderlands. There's a couple other games on there. That kind of stuff. But like I said, if you're catching the stream late or if you're catching the stream on YouTube, leave me questions if you have any in the comments section. I will answer you as best as I can. No, I'm not really scared of static, dude. I mean, I'm not really moving too much. The only time you really have to worry about static is if there's a current already going through the motherboard. So if this was already hooked up, that kind of thing. You want to make sure you disconnect everything from power-wise. If I had static on my finger and I touched something, it's not going to really do anything, like I said, because it's not obstructing any flow of current that's going through it at the moment. Also, guys, if you're going to work on your machines, always disconnect them. Let me show you real quick on the back of a power supply. Power supplies pretty much nowadays have a self switch on them already. Right here. Obviously on and off, okay? When you're working on your machine, turn the switch off, unplug it. You're going to hold your power button and your reset button, whichever, both of them, one of them, doesn't matter. Just hold the button for about 10 seconds. Now what that's going to do is it's going to discharge any electrical residue, I guess you could say, or any current that's still in capacitors, still in the chipsets, because just because you shut it off doesn't mean there's still not electricity stored in the machine. So like I said, you'll see some lights lit up even on the motherboard which just when you plug it on, when you plug it in and turn it on. Even when the machine's not on, something's still going to be lit. Even when you unplug it, that light is still going to be lit for a little while. So what you do is you push the power button and let that current discharge out of the machine. Once it's done, it's pretty much safe. Yo, Avante, what's up, dude? Where they at, though?
Should I go and get my stuff and come back?
So, okay, that's all hooked up. I guess we'll throw the power supply in now. Good. You just gonna shoot on?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
Mine's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hook up the power supply and I'll install the windows and everything. I'm not gonna install windows on the stream. That's just a long, boring process.
We can do that stuff later.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, I'll see you later. Yeah, bro, it's a GTX. Yeah, I'm gonna YouTube it, dude. It's gonna be on YouTube, no doubt. It's also gonna be stored on my Twitch page as well. Yeah, this is the 1060 FTW edition. The normal 1060 came with the 4 gigs on it. This one's got the 6 gigs, DDR5. Alright, so this is going in right here. Alright, I'm going to lay this on its back. Give me 1 second, guys. Just so you can see what's going to happen with this. Alright. Actually, I can keep it standing up, I guess, right? I'll just flip it on its... Alright. So it's going to fit there just like that. Now, like I said, when this vents, the power supply vents backwards. It pulls the air from the bottom, and it blows it out the back to keep it cool. The CPU for this is a Intel i5 7600K. It's quad core, 3.8 standard, and then it is overclockable to 4.2, which I'm probably going to be doing. I'm probably going to run an overclock on it. Now the main difference between i5s and i7s, excuse me, is hyper-threading. It will make a difference when you're doing multiple tasks. Yeah, the K is the unlocked version, which means it's able to be overclocked and that kind of stuff. Let me screw these in real quick. Also, guys, when you guys are buying, if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna do a build yourself, when I buy power supply, I always buy modular, simply because I'm not gonna use this pile of horseshit fucking cords. Okay, I'm using maybe 1 or 2 of these. If you don't buy modular, yeah, it might be a little cheaper, but you're gonna have a clusterfuck of wiring sitting in the bottom of your machine. It's gonna be a tangled, dusty mess. It's going to block airflow. It's going to hold in heat because it still has electricity running through it. Like I said, buy modular. It might run you like an extra $10, that kind of thing, but you're going to pick and choose what you're putting in. That way, you don't, like I said, you don't have anything extra in there that you don't need. And if you need to add, you always can. I don't think these are the right screws. No, they're not. Yeah, yeah. There's also kinds of like third-party programs and stuff like that. EVGA actually makes their own program that you can overclock their GPUs and everything like that. So I'm assuming you can find something like that as well for Intel and that kind of stuff, or Asus on the motherboard. It usually is in the software. It usually comes with it. I use EVGAs to overclock my graphics card. Also to run my fans as well, because I hate the way the fan curve is set up. Like I said, guys, everything is hand tight. You don't have to go nuts with tightening this stuff down. It's not like it's going to be riding around in a car on the back of your bike or something shit like that. Like, you're moving it from wherever you're building it to wherever it's going to be sitting when you're playing it. So don't go nuts on how much you tighten something down or wrench it down. Hand tight is fine. You don't have to go crazy. Yeah, it'll be in the BIOS settings. Yep. Alright, that screw's blocked. Okay. Usually, like for instance, I have the Asus Mark II 270Z motherboard. That software installation disk will have the guide and everything like that on how you want to overclock. But I don't know if it'll have like the voltage settings that you have to change and that kind of stuff. So just be aware of that whenever you're doing some overclocking. You can. I don't. I haven't. I've always been nervous about liquid cooling. People, when I talk to my friends about that kind of thing, they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. Like, you don't have to really worry about it." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I just haven't done it." You can do it. It's not bad to do it. The cooler you keep machine, the better it's gonna run. That's it. So that's what you want to keep in mind. The cooler the machine is, the better it's going to run. Heat is like the #1 enemy. Okay, also, real quick, guys, since we're talking about heat, and I always talk about airflow, like I said, I'm really going to stress airflow through these machines. If you're putting your computer on a carpet, it's going to block the bottom fan. It's just going to sink into it after a while. I suggest putting a piece of plywood, just cut a piece of just a piece of wood maybe about this big, that wide, about as long as the tower, and let the feet rest on top of the wood on the carpet. It's just for silence, yeah. Yeah, you can use cardboard too. I like using wood just because it's a little more stable than cardboard. It depends on where, if you're putting it in a cabinet or like in between something, I just like using wood just because it's a little more stable. It's a little more firmer surface. If you have pets, clean your vents out, guys. Cats, dogs, hamsters, ferrets, whatever it is. If it sheds and there's hair in your carpet, you can guarantee there's going to be hair in your machine. Okay? It's real easy to clean the vents, guys. Most of the cases where they have a bottom vent, right here like this, that's it. Slides out. That's all it takes, guys. You wipe that off, clean it down, slide it back in. Same thing goes for the front. At least on this case, it's a little different because you have to take the front glass off. In most cases, the front panel will just pop out. This one's just a couple of thumb screws. I'm actually going to take them off anyway just to check them out. Just so you guys can see what this entails here. These are really in there. I gotta say, this is a really nice case. I like the one. She picked this out. This is a good one. This is a really pretty case. It's all fancy with the lights and shit. Yeah, there's dust filters already built in. Pretty much all the cases nowadays have the dust filters already put in. Yeah, this case came with the one on the bottom already. Okay, so that's coming out. There we go. Okay, so this is the glass panel. This whole piece comes out. Just like that. Okay. As you can see, there's a mesh here. Now this comes off, I believe they said it was by magnets. Yeah, I know, right? Magnets again. But they're tiny, they're small. So yeah, this is the front dust cover. That's it. They said wipe it down with a wet cloth, let it dry out, put it back on. And these are your fans. This is going to pull the air in from the front, goes out the back, keep that airflow moving. Like I said, the big thing, if you got pets, you can guarantee you're going to have dog or cat hair stuck in that vent. It's good to, like, I'd say maybe about like once a month, depending, cleaning your vents out. Okay, so I'm gonna go over just a quick again with the specs on the parts list for anybody that's new in here. This is the Corsair 460X half glass case. Comes with 3 fans. It's an ATX mid tower case. Our motherboard is the Asus TUF 270X series. Our processor is the Intel i5 7600K. It's a quad core that allows overclocking. This won't go in. There we go. Our graphics card is a EVGA 1060 FTW edition with a 6 GB cache on the DDR5 memory that is in. We are running 16 gigs of RAM at 3000 megahertz. It's 2 sticks of 8 gigs. Machine can be expanded to whatever you would like. I think I forgot what the max Intel takes right now. I think it's like what, 120 gigs is the most that Intel will recognize or Windows will recognize. I forgot. I don't remember. 16 gigs is plenty for what's being run nowadays. If you want to stream and game with it, it's plenty. Our power supply is a Corsair 750 watt modular power supply. This does not want to go in. There we go. Let's see, what else? What else? Am I forgetting anything? I think that's it, right? We installed 2 extra fans. Oh yeah, we have a crucial 525 gig solid state hard drive. Guys, solid states are the way to go nowadays. Do not buy regular hard drives anymore, guys, please. Especially if you're going to be gaming with them. It literally with my computer right now, I got a Samsung 500 gig in there that I run my operating system off of. I push my power button and my computer is loaded and ready for me to put my password in about 4 seconds. They make a massive difference on boot up speeds, game speeds. Highly suggest anything solid state nowadays. Okay, so that's hooked up. That's done. Oh, well, I didn't plug in the other fan, did I? No, I did not. Okay, it's hooked up. Okay. Okay, So now we're going to hook up our power supply to the motherboard. Real easy. The big clip goes into the big slot right here. Line them up, boys. Line them up. That's it. Okay, that's hooked up. This is usually for, yeah. So, not only is your graphics card going to pull power from the motherboard, but these cards nowadays need extra power, which is what this is for. If you see on the graphics card, there's a slot right here, similar to what you saw on the motherboard. It's meant for the power supply. Oh, this is actually going to be for the CPU. So, it's actually going to plug in up over here, but your graphics card is going to have one as well. So, I'm actually going to snake this through. Yes, I can. Like I said, I like to keep everything nice and neat and not blocked, so I try to run wires as best I can. Might actually just come through the bottom and go up the back. Can't get it plugged in. Yeah, guys, like I said, just take your time with things. There's no rush. Make sure everything's nice and neat. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. There we go. Oh, that popped loose? Yeah, it did. Fuck did that happen? Oh, the bottom one came out. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's in. Through the bottom, through the side? Yeah, I guess I could do that, right? Alright, I'll take it out. So also, guys, like he said, Mike wants us to take this out and run it through the back, so that's what we're going to do. When you need to unclip something, like I said, it's all just clips. Just pop it off. We'll run it up through here. How's that, Mike? Is that what you wanted? Is that better? Bingo. Okay, so that's all hooked up. What's next? Oh, we can put the shields back on over the bottom. Remember how this went. Now these were our hard drive cases right here, but I don't think I'm even going to bother putting this back because I'm not putting these type of hard drives in. Alright, so let's hook up our video card now. PCI. Do we have any converters? Okay, so, the only issue I'm running into right now that I can foresee is that I do have fans that I can plug into the motherboard, but I also have some extra ones that I want to plug into my, actually I could just control them with the module. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll control them with the module. Okay, so like I said, these fans come with the module, which is right here. Now with that module, I don't know if you can see it, but there's different modes, the speed of the fan and the color. Modes are just like how the fan colors are going to pulse, that kind of thing. Speed is what you want to worry about. So now since these three are hooked up here, I'm just going to set the module when I turn the machine on, probably to like its max setting or close to max. But the other two that I have, I'm going to plug into the motherboard so I can control those. I'll probably go on Amazon and I'll buy the splitters so that I can hook two fans into one connection on the motherboard for now. Let me plug this stuff in. That's going to draw right from the power supply. As you can see, these are the fans that these would plug right into the motherboard normally. But like I said, I'm going to leave, since they're hooked up to the module already, I'm just going to leave them like that, and I'll control them from the module. Okay, that's good. As you can see, this can be a clusterfuck if it's all on the other side of the machine. That's why I don't like doing that. This one I'm going to hook up though. Ah, it's on the other side, damn it. We'll come through the back. Actually, we'll go over the top. Hang on, I gotta lay the case down so you guys can see a little better. Move the camera. Okay, so what I'm doing is basically I'm plugging this wire into the tab right here, that tan tab. That's going to be a fan control module. And like I said, you can't really mess them up. There's tabs, so you can see which way they have to go. And they literally just press on. That's it. That's all they do. Okay. So we're looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright. Yep, now we'll hook up our PCI, which is our power supply, to our video card. And like I said, it's modular, so this is pretty much the only other wire I need to run right now. And this one as well. This is going to go to our crucial solid state, which is on the back. And we can just coil this up literally just like that. And we can zip tie that, and it's just going to plug in right here. Just like that. Now our graphics card is powered. I'm going to zip tie this together. That's that. Okay. And don't forget, we have the shield that's going to go over this. You don't have to put the shield on if you don't want to, but you can. Any other questions? Anybody else? Yeah, I know. Wrecked, it's a pretty big fan, right? Big Papa specs are... We are running a... This is the Corsair 460X case, half glass. We're running the Asus Mark II TUF270X motherboard with an Intel i5 7600K. It's 3.8 gigahertz quad core, overclockable to 4.2. We're running the GTX 1060 FTW edition, which is the larger cache. It's got the larger memory on it. Normally the 1060, I believe, is 4 gigs. This is 6 gigs. We're running the 750 modular power supply by Corsair, and we're running a crucial 525 gig solid state hard drive. Yeah, CPU fan is a Cool Master TX2? Excuse me, Hyper T2. Okay, I think we're actually about to power this bad boy up in a minute. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, right? Oh yeah, just gotta hook up the hard drive and then we can turn it on. Oh, that was the wind. Sorry. Okay, and our crucial solid state is actually run behind the machine. It's actually in the back pocket over here. They built in this pocket for solid states. It's actually right here. You can fit 3 if you like. 1, 2, and then 3. So this is ours right here, and I'm just going to hook up the power to it now, which is this right here. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's a little latch, as you saw, it just popped right out. There's a spring in the bottom. So once you hit that latch, it pops right up. I'm actually just going to flip it around, that way I don't have to worry about the way that wire is bent. See here? Okay, so that's in, and like I said, if you press this tab, it's going to pop out because of that spring. Okay, that's in. Like I said, guys, wires can start to be a clusterfuck here. Keep them neat and organized, as well as best you can, anyway. Actually, I'm going to leave this open for now because I have to hook up the ROM to that So like I said, the reason why we get modular is because we don't need these right now. All these extra wires that would be sitting in our case just at the bottom collecting dust, generating heat, we don't need these in there. So we're going to leave them out, obviously, and it's going to make the case a lot cleaner. Alright, so let's grab the power cord. And we'll give it a boot. Actually, you know, let me plug in the DVD-ROM. I'll show you guys real quick how that's going to hook up. Alright, so like I said, this case does not have a DVD-ROM drive slot. I do have one. It's right here. They're like dirt cheap nowadays. They're like $10. This one's by Asus. This is it. And they hook up the same way as our hard drive. The SATA cord and then the power cord. That's it. Which is these right here. So we're going to plug this in. Like I said, everything's in L shape with these. And they're labeled, so you really can't mess them up. So that clicks in like that. I'm just going to leave this on the top for now. And it's going to go into our motherboard. In any of the SATA connections. Okay, and they just click in. That's it. Like I said, I'm just going to leave that like that for now because it's not staying like that. It's not staying there. This is going to screw me over, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Alright. So I'm going to disconnect this and put it through the other side. Okay, it's all hooked up. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta move this. Okay, so that's all done. So pretty much this build is pretty much complete now. Yeah, I know. I was gonna do a USD thing, but I just didn't have one that was free laying around. Oh well, doesn't matter. All right. So I'm gonna do that. See if I have a free power slot. Which I probably don't. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to get a power strip. Okay, let me hook this up. Okay. You got power. Fingers crossed I didn't fuck up. Obviously, I don't have a monitor hooked up to it just yet. Let's see. Okay, our top and rear fans are on. Make sure to see what I did wrong with these over here. Oh, whoops, I didn't put them in. Heh, didn't plug them in. Okay. Let me shut this down. Okay, like I said, guys, before, if you're ever working on your machine, like I said, obviously, I turned it off, okay? Turned it off from my power button, but you can see the light is still lit on the motherboard. There's another light over here on the video card. It means there's still power. You can see it, just kind of an orange glow right over here. But you can definitely see the green light at the bottom. Hang on. Through the wiring. See that green light? That means there's still power going on in here, okay? So what you're going to do is I'm going to flip that switch on my power supply. Ready? See how that just kind of dimmed out? Now there's still some residual power in here. Hold your power button down. Let it discharge. Sometimes it'll make like a beep or you'll hear something like that. Alright, so now this is discharged and now I can hook up my power to my fans, which I forgot to plug in. Okay, now those should turn on. So we're going to turn our power supply back on. Lit. There we go. So now this is all done. This is all set up. Now all we'd have to do now is hook up a monitor, run our Windows installation, and we'd be all set. Download your latest drivers, that kind of stuff. You can set your BIOS to whatever you want to do. If you want to do your overclocking, you can set your colors on your fans, set your overclocking on your GPU if you wanted to. But yeah, this build is pretty much done. It's usually pretty much ready to go. Let me see what we can do with these colors now on these fans. Let's see. So like I said, with that module, you can change what these things do. So now you can do a fast change. It's kind of a dim out with different colors. The solids. Yeah, like I said, and they'll all do it. They're all doing it. See, they're all in sync. So, change it. Look how it looks in the front. Let me close my windows again so you don't have the glare. Dim out that. So I'm sorry I got the glare from the... Let me turn it off real quick. There we go. Okay. So yeah, now you can see there's all different settings you can do with them. Looks real cool. Pretty much just aesthetics though. And now obviously the fans aren't running, well at least these aren't in the front, because they're not hooked up to the motherboard. So I'm assuming they're going just on their the module's thermometer. Once the heat would get too hot, they would kick on, that kind of thing. I'm turning my screens back on. Okay, so looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, which the parts will come with instructions to a certain extent. Yeah, the front fans aren't going to spin, like I said, there because of the like I said, because of the thermal setting in the module. They're going to go by the temperature because they're not hooked up to the motherboard yet. The top one is spinning and the rear one is spinning because it is hooked up to the motherboard. Drawbent, is that how you say it? Yeah, easily for the parts that's in this machine. I spent $1,200 on these parts, and I'm gonna get like just over $1,200. I'm gonna get another I think it was like $60 to $75 back through rebates. So it's gonna bring me down below $1,200. So you're looking at, say, like I spent maybe $1,150 on this PC right here. If you were to go to a I don't know, Best Buy, Micro Center, I don't know, what else is out there where you buy parts from? Even an Apple store or something like that. To get comparable parts that are on par with this, you're going to be spending at least $1,800. At least 18. Apple is going to be more because it's Apple. Me personally, like, to each his own, I hate Apple. I can't stand Apple. I won't buy an Apple product. I don't like it. But like I said, guys, building your own is not difficult. It's all plug-and-play stuff. It's not hard. Everything's labeled. If you have a question, Google it. I'm telling you, it's not hard to find the answers. It's not hard to do it. Take your time. Keep everything nice and clean. Have a workspace area that's lit up. That's big enough to support what you're doing. And the most important thing right now, guys, is if you have questions, ask them. I'm an open book. I'll tell you what I know. If I don't know, I'll try to find out. I'm not going to leave people hanging. Like I said, this, if you're just catching it, I know, Day, I think you, Dre, you just came into the what's it called, to the stream here. I appreciate the follow, bro. If you want to see the stream in its entirety, it will be on my Twitch, obviously. It'll also be on my YouTube channel, which is same thing. You just look me up, Gypsy Danger 454. I stream games. Obviously, I'm streaming the PC build today. And the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for Twitch, and it's always people asking, hey, is this part any good for streaming? Hey, is this computer any good for streaming? What do you guys think about this price on this machine? And every time I'm looking at it, I'm looking at something that's a PC that's going to be borderline obsolete in about 8 to 10 months, and it's way overpriced. So, like I said, a machine like this, I spent $1,200. With the rebates, it's going to be around $1,150 to get comparable parts, nothing that's below par of what's in it now. To have everything on par or better, you're looking at $1,800 minimum. So, yeah, it's going to take a minute for the follow thing to go across the screen. Does anybody have any questions right now? Anything that they want to know about? I know a couple of people just joined the stream. Any questions? Pick my brain, like I said. Oh, also, real quick, guys. Let me just flip this around real fast so you can see what I'm talking about. These new video cards have a whole bunch of new ports. Well, not new ports, but like ports that you should be using for your monitors. Okay? So in the back, this is your video card right here. This section right here. This is your standard DVI. If you're using any video card above a 550 and you're still using this, kill yourself. Okay? No, don't actually kill yourself. I'm just kidding. This is extremely old. Your graphics card is putting out way better specs and way better graphics than this will ever be able to show on a screen. You should not be using a DVI with anything better than a 550 card. And a 550 card came out like what? Fucking 6 years ago? 7 years ago? Okay? You should not be using a DVI. Unless all you're looking at is text files and that kind of stuff, you should not be using a DVI. There's two other types of connections here. We've all seen this one. As soon as I can unplug it, hold on. We've all seen that one. It's HDMI, right? That's the HDMI? No, that's not the HDMI. I take it back. This one's the HDMI. That's HDMI right there. Everybody knows what HDMI is. Great, right? Good stuff. Very good stuff. Guess what? There's better. At least in my opinion, there's better. You want to handle 4K res? You go to this one right here. This is called a DP, or a display port. This is going to handle 4K res flawlessly. It's going to handle it better than an HDMI will, because an HDMI is going to be limited. I don't actually think HDMI supports 4K res as far as I know. I'm pretty sure it's only DP on these graphics cards. I don't remember 100% though, but like I said, I know for a fact that a display port is going to give you a better picture on a 4K monitor running, what is it, 32 something by 2480 or some shit. I don't remember what the exact pixel dimension is. But like I said, DVI, don't use it. Don't do it. You hear me? Don't do it. HDMI is good. DisplayPort is better. You can get the cables off Amazon, that kind of thing. But yeah, guys, any more questions or anything like that, please, like I said, feel free to ask. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel or on the Twitch, where the fuck did my mouse go? There it is. Or on the Twitch after stream, leave me comments. Questions in the comments section, and I'll answer them as best as I can. These are running USB 3.0s. The aquas are 3.0, I believe. The dark blue are 2.0. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. If anybody doesn't have any more questions, I'm probably going to end the stream here. So I'll just give it about like another 2-3 minutes for anybody to ask me any questions they want. I appreciate you guys coming in and following. I appreciate those that donated. Why is my mouse off? But yeah, this is it. Like I said, this cost us $1,200 in parts. Took about an hour and a half to actually build. Normally, if I was doing it off of stream, you're talking about maybe 45 minutes to build this. And you saved yourself about $500-600. Simply because we built it ourselves and we didn't go to the store to buy a pre-built. Uh-oh, I think my chat disconnected. Hold on, guys. There we go. Okay, I'll let you guys take a look at the inside one more time. Like I said, we got plenty of airflow in here now. That's what you want to keep these machines cool. And these are all top-end parts. These aren't anything cheap. These aren't any third-party companies, brands you haven't heard of or anything like that. I think there's a 3-year warranty on the graphics card. There's plenty of like manufacturer warranties that come with these things, guys. You're not gonna, if you're gonna spend the money on these parts, buy the right parts. If you're gonna be using it for gaming and streaming, that kind of thing, don't cheap out. Because if you do cheap out, yeah, you might save money quick, you know, in the short term. But when that video card burns out, when that hard drive fries, you're gonna have to spend some more money. So, alright, well, that's going to be it for me and on this build. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, follow me here on Twitch. Like I said, I stream games usually. I just did something a little different today. I did a PC build. This is going to be my girl's computer. She wanted one, so we built one for her. If you're joining the stream late, like I said, it'll be on my YouTube channel as well. Thank you much, Mike. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help, guys, that were giving me some advice as well. Alright, but everybody enjoy your Saturday. Have a good night. Have a good day. And thanks for coming. Have a good day, guys.